This is part 2 of my story. I don't know how many parts we're going to have. I will continue from where I left off, from the trauma that took place after he passed away, my estranged husband and the other person. I found myself a single widowed mother raising 3 young girls, and I really had to learn what my strength was, how to speak for myself, for them, knowing that I was going to teach them how to make lemonade from the lemons we'd been given. This was in the late 90s, and being a single mom wasn't the easiest experience. Shortly thereafter, I started to experience some very random and deep pains in my shoulders and in my back. And within a couple of years, I received a diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis. I began a adventure, if you will. I guess that's a interesting word to use, but adventure to find out why my body had become riddled with RA. It really stopped me in my tracks. The supermom cape that I had to retire. I couldn't wash my hair, I couldn't get dressed, I couldn't walk. In fact, I was relying on my, at that time, near adolescent children to help me do those types of things. And that was really concerning, and I wasn't sure how long I was going to live. One thing I was very sure of is that I felt this deep sense that if I took any sort of prescriptions, it was going to create more side effects for me than was the RA. And so I committed to discovering what caused the RA to happen and what could I do to keep myself going in a very holistic manner. And that took me on a very colorful journey. I began to work with multiple modalities, anything from energy to naturopaths, acupuncture, deeper discovery of myself. And come to find out, as I mentioned in the last video, was that I was learning that I was attacking myself. That's what the RA is. I'm attacking myself. I'm attacking aspects of me. It's the inner voice inside my mind. And my community, wherever I'm at, my environment, further amplifies whatever my story is. And so if I'm telling myself that, I'm not lovable, or it's really hard to find someone to love, or I can't be loved without abuse, or I need things to be perfect so that I can be loved, then I'm actually amplifying the very thing that is at the crux of the RA, which is attacking myself. It took me many years to learn that, and it's still an unraveling story and process to catch yourself talking to yourself and saying certain things. And so up until probably about 3 years ago, I did no prescription practice for that reason. And currently I take a very small dosage of a pharmaceutical, and it keeps me with the ability to continue being mobile. Currently, I'm experiencing what most women stumble upon, because I don't feel like now in this chapter, I don't think that we're well enough prepared, but menopause is kind of an ugly season, or it can be, and it amplifies RA symptoms even worse. So right now, I dance with the RA symptoms and frozen shoulder. But still, the beauty of the RA has taught me that there is a blessing in everything that happens, not to us, but for us. And that part of our journey is looking for that and being very careful to not find ourselves entrenched in the story of the victim. Because if we do continue to consider ourselves a victim, we will have to have a perpetrator, and we'll have to have a hero, and you'll continue that cycle over and over. So my job in my life is to continue finding all the ways that I am empowered to navigate this day in this moment, with my voice, with my expression, with what I can do for myself. And that has been the blessing of having RA, is finding all the ways that I'm empowered, despite what my body may be saying. And I'm going to leave part 2 here, and apparently it looks like we're going to have a part 3. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you in the next video.